don't think, there we go. Hi guys, welcome to our team call tonight. I'm so excited to have you guys on the call tonight. We have a great guest speaker, and you guys are gonna love it. So in the meantime, though, let's get rid of some housekeeping items so that we can get things squared away today. So first things first, a couple quick announcements. If you guys have not checked your online office, which I don't know why you wouldn't have, right? Go check it out. There's a summer sale going on with our Beachbody products right now. Summer sale is exciting because not only do they put some of our products on sale, but as a coach, you guys get 25% off a sale price. What does that mean for you? Well, quite honestly, it means you get to stock up on lots of awesome stuff, right? So I was just going through the summer sale, doing a little shopping myself, and I wanted to tell you guys, like, the Rumble Roller is on sale, and if you guys have customers and clients right now that are doing any program that's like tiring out their muscles, that Rumble Roller is a great steal in our summer sale, and why not be a great reward for your clients when they finish doing a program? Hey, guess what? You know what? You've worked your butt off. You need to relax some. Here, have this great Rumble Roller. It's a great foam roller option. We also have a bunch of programs on sale, guys, like newer programs. Insanity Max 30 is on sale, the whole kit. P90 is in the summer sale, which is still a newer program too. The original Insanity is in it as well. I'm trying to see what else was on my shopping list. Turbo Fire is there as well. So is Combat. So lots of great programs on sale. Why should you stock up? Because they're great giveaways. And what better way to give a shout out to one of your clients or to get them interested in another product by offering them something free, a giveaway, something exciting, right? So take advantage of the summer sale. You guys know, if you've been with us for the last summer sale, that things sell out quick. So don't wait. And also share that with your customers and your clients. Let them know that they've got some great stuff on sale and that it would be great to take advantage of that opportunity. Next up on our call, let me grab my phone here so that we can give it some recognition, because as you guys know, every week we like to check in and give some recognition. Your upline coaches have been talking you guys up and have been giving you guys some shout outs in our leadership page, and I want to make sure that you guys get that recognition on this live call because it's exciting, right? And when you hear somebody shout out your name, like, how excited do you get, right? I know for me personally, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Think about the national wake up call when you hear, oh, new 1-star diamond, Emily Burns. You're like, yes, that's me, right? We love recognition. So tonight I want to give a couple shout outs to Elizabeth Cameron. Allison Rivas wanted to give you a shout out, girl, for jumping back into your business feet first and just doing it and really showing up for your business. Kate Morris wanted to give a shout out to Cassandra. Oh man, I'm going to mess this up. Brittingham? Maybe that's it. I'm so sorry, Cassandra. She wanted to give you a shout out for completing your second round of the 21-day fix, and you're running your first challenge group. Holy moly, that is awesome. Congratulations. It's so exciting. Next up, we want to give a shout out to, Kate would also like to give a shout out to Sharif Brewer for her awesome social media post this week. You guys, social media is your storefront, and if you're doing what you got to do on there and you're attracting people and you're providing great content, that's awesome. So Sharif, that's great. Congratulations, girl. Nina wanted to give a shout out to Melissa Tobias for hitting Success Club for the first time after being a coach for a year. So congratulations, that's awesome. That's a nice metric in this business to really start seeing your business grow. So congratulations to you, Melissa. Nina also want to give a shout out to Allison Zolan. I should not do names. I'm so sorry, you guys. For jumping back into your business after a setback that you were dealing with. That's probably one of the hardest things, is to not disappear from this business when you have a setback or you have something that happens. So Allison, this is like a nice high five for you, girl. Welcome back. We're excited that you are moving forward. And Caitlin Wilson would like to give a shout out to Bonnie Campbell and Crystal Spice for jumping right into the business and taking the time to utilize the trainings. The best way to be successful in this business is to hit the ground running and go. So congratulations, ladies. Your uplines are all so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, and we're really excited to have you on this team. I personally want to give a shout out to Caitlin and Allison for rocking their ultimate reset right now. I know that they're in our leadership group and they're not going to shout themselves out, but that's where I come in and can give them a little bit of love, because y'all know that ultimate reset program is not easy. So congratulations, you guys. You're rocking it, and you're both setting such a great example of what sharing your story as a customer, as somebody just who loves the product and is using the products, you're sharing that on social media, and it's so attractive. So great job, guys. I'm really proud of you. So let's see here. What else? I just want to let you guys know I totally just sat here and finished filling out my Revitalize sheet. For any of you that are doing that, make sure what we're going to do is have a daily post where you can actually just post like this sheet showing, like I'm doing this mainly for accountability, guys, for real. You can actually post your sheet in the comments of the post, the daily post, and everybody that posts their sheet or posts their Teamsy screenshot or whatever it is that you're using to track your business each day, if you post that updated tracker in our picture of the day for that day, you're going to be entered to win an Amazon gift card. So why not? If you're going to show up for your business, why not share about it and do some shopping on Amazon? Reward yourself. Maybe reward your coaches with that gift card. Who knows? So make sure that you're posting that. There's a couple of people that have already posted it today in the team page on my they're each going to be a summer themed post every day. So just look for, like Emily will be like, oh, there's the pool, there's the beach. I know, that's the right one. So look for that, and then make sure to post your sheet below, screenshot, whatever you got. We just want to know that you're tracking your business, and guess what? That's the best way to stay accountable, is to actually have to show somebody else that you're doing it. So that's what we've got for you guys. Listen, I'm going to jump right into our guest speaker tonight because I don't want you guys to miss out on anything he has to say. Jamaal gave me a really awesome introduction for who he is, but I'm totally not going to read that to you because I'd much rather tell you why I love Jamaal and why I asked him to come on this call tonight. So first things first, I met Jamaal actually when he was interviewing me. For one of his series that he's doing, a good way to network and to market, and we were just chatting, but I found him on social media first, and the neat thing about it is this guy's everywhere. Like, this guy is involved in everything. Caitlin has met him in person at chamber events. Like, he is just a lot of fun, and he has found a great way to connect and network that isn't necessarily just on social media. And I thought, you know what better way to help you guys learn about how to grow your business, maybe not always on social media, than having somebody that is a great face in our community here in Frederick. And he's got a great business mindset, and his personal development is like off the chain. Like, him and I could talk about it all day. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to him. And then if you guys want at the end, Jamaal, if you want to give yourself like maybe 5 minutes at the end for like a Q&A, if anybody has any questions that they want to ask, maybe we could open it up for that. So, and then I also want to let you guys know, Jamaal is a network marketer, and he works for a different network marketing company, and I told him at the end of the call to go ahead and throw in what he does and what company he works for, and give himself some little self-promotion because he's spending some time with us. So we're going to open that up at the end too. So Jamaal, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you and turn it over. Let's see, we can't hear you. Oh, can you guys hear him? Okay. All right. Let me mute.
Me right now. Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, we've got you.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, thank you for having me on, Jenna. Can you guys see me? This is my first time using a Zoom, so
yeah.
I apologize if I'm a little bit slow.
No, you look good. You clean up.
Okay. Oh yeah, I do clean up nice. I ain't gonna lie about that. But thank you for inviting me on to this call, this platform. I like it. I might start using it with my team. But first of all, I want to let you guys know that you guys have a phenomenal leader in Jenna. She, her love for her team just pours out of her. So you guys are definitely listen to what she says, do what she says, and she will not steer you in the wrong direction. She's just awesome. And I can't wait for her interview to come out. It's going to be really, really cool. But what I'm going to talk about today, or for the next few minutes, is networking events. I'm a big believer in going to networking events, whether it be chambers of commerce, BNIs, and other things that get you out in the community. And Jenna, do you know if any of your people on the call already attend networking events right now?
Some of them do, but not very many.
Okay, do you know if they're in anything like a BNI or a chamber?
I know 1 or 2 coaches that are in a chamber, but that's pretty much it.
Okay, and also are they local?
Some are local, yes.
Okay, so The reason why I chose to get out there in the community is number one, because it aligned with my goals. And one of my goals is to be out in the community and for people to see me and say, hey, look, I know that guy. He's doing good in the community. I want to be loved and respected by my community, right? And all humans desire to be loved and respected. So I said, you know what, if I could be outside in my community going to events, that's going to be an easy way for me to be loved and respected by my community. So I forget who I was listening to one day, but he said you basically need to be a part of three organizations. The first organization you need to be a part of is something where there's only one person per industry. So there's only one accountant, one attorney, one landscaper, one hairstylist. So you need to be in a part of an organization that's exclusive. And one of the more popular organizations like that is BNI, Business Networking International. And there's also something called the TIP. I think the TIP is more on the East Coast. I'm not really sure. But anyway, so there's something like that. Also, you need to be a part of something that is where you could come and go whenever you please, something like a chamber of commerce, where you may pay a monthly or you may pay a yearly due, but if you don't miss a meeting, then it's no big deal. The only one who's missing out is yourself, so there's no penalties. And then lastly, you need to be a part of an organization that specifically gives back to the community, like a Rotary, like a Kiwanis, like a Lions Club. Now, the thing about Kiwanis and Lions Club, the average age in those groups is like 75 years old. So, I went to one of the groups and I was easily the youngest one in the room by about 30 years. It was really lame. So anyways, Rotaries, Kiwanis, Lions Club, there's something called the Ruritans, and a bunch of other old people who are farmers. But those organizations, they specialize in, like I said, giving back to the community. So those are the three main organizations that you need to be a part of. And you have to work each one of them for at least 2 years. Because the thing with networking groups is you cannot go in there with the mindset of, oh, I'm just going to go in there and get some business. I'm just going to go in there and get a referral. Because in our industry in network marketing, there's already a stigma attached to it. So if you go in there looking for a handout right away, then you're just ruining the reputation of our industry even further. Okay. And also, when you meet these people at these different events, they want to make sure that you're still doing the business. So you'll have some people who they will not give you a business for 6 months to a year because they want to make sure that you're still doing it 6 months to a year from now, because the turnover rate in our business is very, very high, right? So that's another thing. But yeah, definitely get out there, get in the community, shake some babies and kiss some hands, and let people know that you're a real person. Because the more professional you are, the more it elevates our entire industry. So now, when I go out and about, everybody's like, "Oh man, I saw you at this event. I saw you at that event. I saw you at this event." So I'm becoming the person in my industry or in my community who's known for being at the events. Also, find a way to go to like all the walks, the cancer walk, the I don't know, whatever, the Save a Wells Foundation, all those things. Just get involved in your community, because you want your community to be able to know you, to trust you, and respect you. And of course, people don't do business with people they don't know, trust, or respect, right? So that's even another reason why you get out in the community. And also, if you're somebody who your products sell to B2B, what better way to get out there in front of a business owner than going to their ribbon cutting? Like if you join your local chamber of commerce, they have ribbon cutting events all the time. And that way you get right to the decision maker and you don't have to worry about being on the phone and going through a gatekeeper. So in Frederick, our local chamber of commerce has 150 something events a year. So think about that, 150 times you could get out there in the community and be known with a smile on your face, right? And then the BNI, that one is once a week. So once a week, you're in front of between, I don't know, 15 to 25 people, and you're telling them about yourself and you're getting to know them as well. And then the Rotaries, they put on big events like Oktoberfest. And also the cool thing about a Rotary or a Kiwanis or a Lions Club, those are worldwide organizations. So if you travel, then you're able to plug in to that network as well. Excuse me. Also, what I like about going to networking events is it gives you a chance to connect with people that you wouldn't ordinarily get a chance to connect with. Like, for instance, I don't know if you guys could see this, but I'm a young black dude, right? So there's a guy he was at one of my networking events. He's an old white dude. He's an old white landscaper. He is an awesome guy. I love him to death. His name is Dave Hawkins. But what are the odds that I would be able to get in front of a guy like Dave Hawkins if I was not a part of his networking group? You see what I'm saying? So it gives you a chance to cross boundaries that you don't have ordinary access to. And of course, because we are in network marketing, what do we want to do? We want to get to other people's warm markets. You guys use the term warm markets? Okay, so take a guy like Dave Hawkins, who's been in Frederick County for, I think he said he's third or fourth generation. So guess what? All of his friends, they are probably in his same demographic, right? So they probably have some money and they're probably well connected. Well, if I get in good with him and I work his network, guess what? I'm in all his other networks as well. So it's just another avenue to add to your business. And I was listening to a call one day, and the guy said that you know how network marketers, they have these big generic events like Eric Worre with GoPro. Have you heard of him? Well, there was a GoPro in Vegas, I think it was, a couple years back, and one of the guys says one of his organizations, he makes $30,000 a month just off networking events. So he has his whole team go to networking events, and he makes $30,000 a month from that. Now in Frederick, so if you go to a business card exchange in Frederick, you're going to have between 100 and 200 people there. Where else are you going to be able to get it in front of 100 or 200 people all looking to do business and pass out business cards? And then if you could walk out with the networking event and look at all these business cards I got. Now, some of these are mine and some of them are other people, but these are, you know, let's say these are 30 business cards. These are 30 people I now get a chance to follow up from. And I'm now able to email and stay in contact with and create relationships. So it's getting out to these networking events is a huge, huge deal if that's something that you want to add to your repertoire. And for those of you who are serious about your business, then you need to be hanging out with like-minded people. And also, and this is something I usually don't say, but networking events, those are a great place to recruit other people. You guys call them coaches, right? Those are great areas to recruit other coaches because guess what? The average person doesn't like their job, right? So guess what? The average person at a networking event doesn't like their job. But they're there because they're professional. They're there because they're outgoing. They're there because they have a salesman mentality. So wouldn't you want somebody on your team who's outgoing, who's already professional, who already likes talking to people? And you find all of that at a networking event. Now, of course, there's a way to approach somebody at a networking event if you're going to try to recruit them on your team and turn them into a coach. And that takes some practice and some getting used to, but that's just another avenue. As a matter of fact, two of my three last recruits on my team, I met all of them at a networking event. I had never known them before in their life, but I met them at a networking event. And guess what? They hate their jobs. And guess what? They need more money, just like everybody else, just like somebody you meet at Panera Bread or somebody you meet at Walmart, even though you don't go to Walmart after like 10 p.m. because people are like crazy in Walmart after 10 p.m., right? So that's pretty much it. Once again, I'll name some of the networking events that I know, some of the organizations. So if you have a pen and paper, write them down, go to their website, and figure out how to give back to your community. Plus, here's another thing. If you're going to live in your community for a certain amount of time, you want to give back to the community that's helped you. And a lot of times when you go to these networking events, you learn about other things going on in the community where you could give back to. Like I said, a cancer walk or a Make-A-Wish or, whatever. So once again, some of the networking events that you should look into is Rotary Club, Chamber of Commerce, Lions Club, Ruritans, Kiwanis, Latip. That's all I can think of right now. Also, meetup.com. That's one where you can meet a lot of people as well. There's also something called Mid-Atlantic Networking. So it's for the DMV region, Mid-Atlantic Networking. What else can I think of? There's also one called Team Network. So if you go to teamnetwork.com, that's another networking group. So there's a whole bunch of events, but also you have to be careful because sometimes you could do more networking than you do working, especially in Frederick. In Frederick, if you really wanted to, you could go to a different networking event every single day. And the networking events, they're going to run anywhere from an hour to 2 hours once you include the actual meat and potatoes of the meeting and the networking. So that's it. Get out there, get in your community, be a ambassador for network marketing. And also, if you're not a professional, don't go to networking events. I don't need you guys ruining my bad name because my name's already bad enough. Just like I won't ruin your name when I'm at these networking events. So be professional when you go to networking events. If you're not going to iron your shirt, if you're not going to shave, if your hair is going to be all over the place, then no, just stay at home and stay on your computer and hit up Craigslist ads or something like that. The networking arena may not be right for you if you're not going to treat your business like a business and be a professional. So please do us all a favor and do that. And like I said, I'll do the same for you guys. So that's it. That's all I got. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you very much.
I love it. So tell me, before we open up for questions, personal development. What do you recommend, especially because a lot of the coaches that are on this call are used to building a network on social media. So they're used to being behind a computer screen. So do you have any personal development that you would? I know you do a ton of it. So is there anything that you'd recommend, like maybe following Gary Vee or maybe following or reading certain things that would give them a little more confidence to get out in front of more face-to-face interaction?
Yes, I would definitely listen. I would definitely go by Gary Vee. And if you don't like cursing, then you may not like Gary Vee because he curses a lot. But the man is the real deal. There's also a guy I pay attention to. His name is Bob Heilig. I forget how you pronounce his last name or how you spell his last name, but Jenna, I'll text you all this information and you can copy and paste it to your team. Mm-hmm. There's also a guy that I listen to called what's his name? Ray Higdon. He has some good stuff out there. Jackie Elmer, she has some good stuff out there as well. And all of them, they're all network marketers or former network marketers who are now going into coaching. Okay. So those are the three people that I listen to as far as network marketing. Okay. And those are good. Oh, also there's a guy named Simon Chow. He does a podcast called MLM Nation, where he interviews the top network marketers around the world. And a lot of them talk about, their stories and their struggles. And I actually modeled some of my questions off of Simon Chow. So he's a really cool dude. I've had a chance to conversate with him. So it's been good. It's been really good.
Yeah, that's awesome. One other question that I personally have for you is, so I think this is a good time to plug your interview series, Valor Lives. So with that, do you feel like creating that, like that really reminds me of like Eric Thomas creating his like TGIMs that were just kind of a cool way to add value to people and to get out and network a little bit. So do you feel like doing something like that, creating an interview series where you interview other business owners, do you think that that's been a good way for you to network and grow your business even bigger?
Hell yes. I haven't yet taken the time to talk to these people about what I do on a professional level, because I'm approaching them for the interview series, and it is about giving back and building relationships. But of course, when you give back and you build relationships, you usually get business on the back end. So the Valor Lives interview series, that's mainly, like I said, just to give back and also get my name out there. And then eventually I'll start to get business from it, because when I go to interview somebody, I always ask them for referrals I always ask them for referrals. And then those people that I meet, guess what? I add them to my network. I add them to my Facebook. And now eventually they're going to be seeing me and they're going to be like, what the hell does this dude do all the time? I don't know what he does, but I know he seems like a really nice guy and I want to get a chance to know him. And then you swoop in on the back end and they're like, oh yeah, I want what you have to offer. I want your product. I want your service, whatever. Can you teach, so yes, it's been really, really cool to do something like that, to connect more with my community. I interviewed a girl last week and she just gave me like 8 referrals of people who she wants me to interview. And I looked at her list of people that she gave me, and of the 8, I only knew one of them. So those are now 7 people that I'm going to be able to add value to. And eventually, who knows? It could take, a month, or it could take, 5 years for me to get something out of it. But those are 7 new business professionals, business owners, entrepreneurs who I'm now adding to my network who I didn't know before.
Right.
It beats, meeting random people at Walmart and trying to connect with them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Does anybody have any questions? You guys are all muted, so if anyone has any questions, don't forget to unmute yourself. Go ahead, Jesse. You're good.
Okay, first, sorry if you hear my kids in the background. I'll try to make it quick. My question for him is, if you're running 2 businesses, what would you suggest as far as marketing? Do you just go to certain ones and target certain things, go to different ones and target another thing, join 2 alliances? What would your suggestion be on that?
What is the other type of business?
It's different. It's different.
Like it doesn't compete at all?
Yeah, it's totally different. Yeah.
Well, then I would say I would approach them. Well, are you talking about like if you met me at a Walmart and we were having a conversation, which business would you talk to me about, or what?
When you were talking about like joining alliances and getting involved in the community, and going to events. I mean, where do I pick to talk about what type of thing? I just didn't know if you had any information, because I think talking about both, I kind of felt that maybe, would be too much, be weird.
Yes. Okay. I got you.
Okay.
It depends on the circumstance, and it depends on where the conversation goes. So you have to become good at asking questions, and then when they answer, then that leads you into a direction. Like for instance, when I'm at a networking event and I talk to somebody and I say, "Hey man, how's your day going? How's work? Has it been a long day?" If I sense any negativity, or like, "Oh man, it was just another day," or "Yeah man, work sucks," because these people are just like us, so they're going to complain just like we complain, right? So if I'm at a networking event and somebody starts complaining, then I say, "Hey, you know what? We should sit down and have coffee. I think there might be something for you." But if they say, "Oh man, my day was awesome, best day ever," then I just continue leading with my product, So if you have, Beachbody, which, has the vitamins and the supplements, and then let's say your other business is a, auto repair shop, well, then I would talk to them and I would say, "Hey man, so how's your car doing?" Right? And if they say my car sucks, if they say my car sucks, then you could talk to them about your auto repair. If they say, "Yeah man, I just got a brand new car, my car is awesome, I love it, brand new," then you talk to them about Beachbody, right? If you see somebody and you ask them if they're, how their dieting is during the conversation, and they said, "Yeah man, I take a whole bunch of vitamins, I'm good, I take a whole bunch of supplements," then you ask them about your car, and then you lead into that product. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta learn to ask the right questions and you get the right answers. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Anybody else have any questions? Networking, getting out in the community, any other questions? Well, that means you did a really good job, Jamaal. You answered everything that they needed to know.
I'm still in your trademark pose.
Yes, the thumbs up. Yes.
Thumbs up, that's right.
So I want to thank you for jumping on our call tonight, but I want to totally open it up to you and let you connect with the 20-some people plus all the people that are going to watch this recording and add all of them to your network. So go ahead and why don't you share with the group what you do in your elevator speech for us.
Well, I appreciate you letting me do this. I work for a company called Legal Shield, and what we do is we give families, individuals, and business owners access to attorneys. So the reason my product makes sense for network marketers is because if you're expecting your income to skyrocket over the next, however 90 days to, a couple of years, then most likely you might be audited. Because if you go from making $10,000 a year in your network marketing business to $100,000 a year, then the government's going to come knocking at your door, right? And plus, business owners need three things. Business owners need accountants, they need bankers, and they need attorneys. And I've never met a smart business owner who didn't have attorneys. And then also we provide identity theft protection as well. So we're all out there trying to grow our business, and we can't afford to have the IRS come knocking at our door, and we can't afford to have our identity stolen. So that's what we do. We provide those types of services.
Awesome. And they can reach you how?
They can reach me when you post my Facebook profile in your team chat page, something, whatever it is.
Perfect. Awesome. I like it. So guys, thank you so much for jumping on the call tonight. Jamaal, thank you so much for adding value to our team tonight. I know your time is very valuable, so we appreciate you taking some time and spending your evening with us. And team, I am so excited you guys jumped on this call tonight. In the team page, I want you guys to share something that you took away from this call tonight, or a call to action that is something you're going to do outside of your comfort zone, because you guys know that's what I'm all about, is getting out of that comfort zone, sharing something in the team page that you're going to do that you took away from this call that you're going to put into action right away. Maybe it's just searching out local networking groups. Maybe it's just going and being a visitor at a group. If I'm in the local BNI chapter, come with me to a meeting so you guys can see what it's like if you're local. I want a call to action to see that you guys are going to put this into motion right away, because hiding behind your computer screen is great, but man, you guys are awesome, motivated individuals that inspire people. And the minute that you sit down face to face with someone, you're going to excite them and you're going to let them see your passion, and they're going to want what you have to offer them. And we have great solutions to help people with problems that they have. So, call to action in the team page. Thank you guys so much for jumping on tonight. I'm very proud of you. I'm grateful for every one of you, and I hope that you go out and make an impact. Have a great night, guys.
Thank you.